Welcome to part 10 of electronic music production with Ableton Live. So in this one we're going to look at clip launch properties. This lesson kind of follows on from 8 and 9, so you might want to watch those before you watch this one if you haven't already watched them, because I'm sort of carrying on with the same little project that I was doing previously. So yeah, we're going to look at different clip launch modes. Hi and welcome to part 10 of electronic music production with Ableton Live. This one kind of follows on from part 8 and part 9, so I would recommend you go and watch those before this, because I'm sort of carrying on with the same project and adding some stuff to it. But in this video we are going to look at clip launch properties, because we can change the way our clips launch, and we're also going to look at what's called follow action. So if we open up a clip, we need to make sure that the launch window is open, which is just clicking on the L button here, which is this bit here. So this is our launch mode. Okay, so the default setting is trigger, which basically means if loop is off, if I play that clip, it will play through once and then just stop. If loop is on, it will just keep playing continually until I tell it to stop. Okay, so that is trigger mode. We then have gate, where basically what will happen is the clip will play for as long as I hold my finger down on the play button, or if you've got a MIDI controller, as long as you use something like push, if you keep your finger down on the launch button for that clip, it will keep playing until you let go. So my finger is now pressed down on my thing. If I let it go, okay, now what will happen is, how I've got it set up at the moment, whenever I let it go, it will play to the end of the clip, because my global quantization is set to 1 bar, okay, and my quantization down here for this clip is set to follow the global quantization. Now, the very useful thing with all our clips is they can have their own quantization settings. So if I put it onto 8, okay, and now play it, when I let go, okay, it's going to wait till the next 8th note and then stop. If I turn the quantization off completely, okay, when I press play on here, and then when I let my finger go, it's just going to stop at the point where I let go. So that would basically just need to be set with how you want your clip to stop and start and so on. Toggle is basically, you press the launch button to launch your clip. If it's looped, it's going to keep playing, and it will keep playing until you press it again. You can still stop it with the button below, but again, useful if you've got a MIDI controller and you want to start and stop it with the same button. And then finally we have repeat. Now this will repeat the beginning kind of section or whatever of the loop, depending on our quantization. So I'm going to set this to quarter note first of all. Okay, so clip will play normally, and then when I press play again on here, okay, you can see it's now launched there, repeating the first quarter note. Okay, if we do a half note, it will, okay, repeat half bar. So you can sort of, I don't know, if we go to 16ths. Okay, so that's nice, useful for kind of glitchy sort of things if you want to do some effects and things playing live or indeed on a recording. Okay, so that's the 4 different launch modes. I'm just going to put it back into trigger for now, and we're going to look at follow action.
Sorry, I don't see that if trigger.
Okay, oh, sorry, that was Alexa in the background. Shut up, Alexa. Yeah, she's going to talk to me now. Right, okay, sorry. Alexa just decided to randomly speak to me, which scared the life out of me because I'm at home alone.
Sorry,
oh,
I don't know that one.
Okay, fine, shut up. Right, she doesn't know that one. Sorry. Right, what are we doing? Follow actions. Right. I meant as well at the beginning to apologise. The sound's not brilliant on this one because I'm not in my normal studio. So sorry if the sound's a bit crappy. Right, so follow action. What we're going to do is we're going to make these clips kind of play and launch randomly. I want them to sort of launch probably every 16th note. Actually, no, we'll do every bar first. So we're going to highlight the bottom one, and then I'm going to press Control and the top one. Sorry, not Control, Shift on the top, and then the top one. And that's going to highlight all those clips. So down here you can see we've got 3 clips highlighted, it's telling us here, we get this diagonal kind of stripy line, which tells us we've got different clips selected. So what we're looking at here is the follow action down here. So on our follow action, this is telling it basically when to do whatever follow action we tell it to do. So this is your bars, this is your beats, and this is your 16th note. So at the moment it's on 1 bar. I'm going to tell it to do any. Okay, you've got different choices. You can use the first one, the last one, the next one, the previous one, and so on. I like any just for the randomness of it. And then down here we need to tell it the probability that it will actually do the follow action. Now generally I have this, it's usually set on 1, which basically means 100%, which will do it all the time. That's generally how I use the follow action. You can set lower percentages, so sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't, but for this purpose we're going to make sure it always does it. Right, so when I now play the clips, they should kind of randomly launch different ones. Here we go. Okay, so it's now going to play this one. Okay, and it plays each one for a bar. Sometimes it might play one twice because it's totally random. Okay, what we could then do is record that into our arrangement. Okay, and then you can edit out the bits that you like and so on, or just use it as a live thing. Let's go a little bit crazy. We'll do it. Let's change the follow action to 16th's not going to work very well. We'll do it to 3/16 and see what happens. Okay. Yeah, actually works. Yeah. Okay, so you get this completely random thing that nobody else in the world has ever created because it's totally random. Works great. I've done this on a few of my tracks with bass lines. I've basically just put in the clips in here, like 4 or 5 different bass lines that I've got off sample packs. Obviously, I've got to make sure they're all in the same key, so all in C major, C minor, whatever. And then just randomly created a bass line using this, and I then edited out the bits that I want and turned that into a track. So that works pretty well. So there we go. Yeah, there's a few things there over these last 3 lessons that you can experiment with. You've got your clip automation, you've got automation sending to your send effects, and then you've got your follow action. Let's just do one more. We'll do one with the drums. So if we I'm going to put another loop in here. What we'll do is we'll get the top one to play for 4 bars, and then it'll go on to the next one and play that for 4 bars and then repeat. So just got to make sure we highlight them both. So top one, then shift, and the bottom one. That's telling us we've got 2 clips here. So the follow action we're going to do on 4 bars, and it's going to go to the next one. Okay, so I've left this on this randomness of every 3rd 16th note, and this is going to play for 4 and then for 4 there. There we go. So now it will change. Or not. What have I done wrong? Not set my probability to 1. Right, let's try it again. Actually, let's just launch it. You've got to make sure, because I was just playing it from here, you've got to actually relaunch your clips to make sure it kind of reads the new follow action. So I'm just going to launch the scene from there. If it doesn't work, just stop everything and relaunch it and it should be fine. Okay, so this one's flashing, say it's going to get ready to play, and that's going to play after this bar, bang. Okay, that one's flashing to say it's going to go next, and we'll get that on the next 4 bars. Okay, so a great way of automating your clips to play, or come up with some kind of ideas. If you're stuck for a bit of inspiration, it's quite a good way of creating a track. Just put some random clips in, follow action it away, record it, and then you've got kind of part of a track that might spur you on to write a #1 hit. And if you do, just remember who gave you the idea and send me the royalties. Lovely. Okay, thanks for watching. I'm sorry that was interrupted by Alexa halfway through. She's doing something weird. But there you go. And again, apologies for the sound. I know it's not going to be brilliant on this one. I think the last three I've done, part 8, 9 and 10, the sound won't be fantastic, but you'll get the idea. I'm sort of doing this away from my studio while I'm on the move. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. Any questions or comments, put them in the box below as usual. If you're feeling generous, there is a PayPal link in the description. If you want to send me a few quid, it all helps keep the channel going. And the other way you can help me out is listen to my music, stream it millions of times on Spotify, follow me on Spotify or iTunes, Apple Music, Deezer, whichever, Beatport, whichever is your preferred digital channel of choice. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.